What's going on, everybody? David here. Haven't made an update in a long time. I know I've had a few of you reach out over comments, and a few of you reach out or try to reach out over social media. I just want to say all my social medias are inactive. I don't use them at the moment, besides YouTube, because I watch videos, so I see your notifications when you comment. But distancing myself from social media at the moment, actually for a while now, but just to clear my head. Sometimes I'll post a picture on Instagram, but I'm not looking at messages, I'm not looking at notifications, none of that. Yeah, I just want to check in. Things have been good as far as they can be good. I'm still dealing with legal troubles, and eventually it's all going to come to a head and hopefully be behind me. But I can't think or worry about that at the moment, what's to come in that regard, because, I'll just get stuck in my head and it's not healthy for me, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's out of my control. But yeah, I guess I'll just touch on the topic of sobriety and opiate and benzo addiction. 19 months I'm approaching of sobriety from benzodiazepines and opiates, opioids and opiates. So, heroin and like pharmaceuticals. Hard road. I mean, if you watched my previous videos, you saw how fucking rough I looked. And I've had people ask me, or tell me, I've gone a month, not using, and it still didn't get easy. I still had the cravings. That. Everyone's different, and I'd say majority of people, it's going to take longer than a month. You know what I mean? I just kicked kratom not too long ago, and I downplayed kratom so hard. I thought it was insignificant. I didn't think the withdrawals would be anything more than a weed withdrawal. And it was like 4 or 5 days of me kicking and tossing and turning in bed. I could not sleep. Body restless. And yeah, I found a new respect for that substance, for how much it can really affect you. I would advise anyone who is using kratom to get off of opiates to limit yourself. Don't let yourself replace that with your drug of choice, because not only is it expensive, but getting off of it is decently hard if you're taking a good amount, right? I would take 1 to 3 extract shots a day, which is expensive. You're looking at, on the low end, $45 a day, and I sometimes had it up to $100 a day, right? I hate thinking about how much money I actually spent on that, but that's why when I say sober from X and X, I say those names, like benzos and opiates, right? Sure, there's a discussion that kratom's an opiate, but I wouldn't categorize it as an opiate. It didn't do the same things to me as opiates did to me. It was more of a stimulant, high buzz, I would say. Not even high, because it's not strong enough to produce a high, at least for me. But we're getting off topic. I just want to touch base and say, withdrawals are always going to be a bitch. They're always going to make you want to turn back and go back to using, especially when you're working by life on life's terms. We don't get to control this life that we live. It's already predestined, or, you know what I mean? Along those lines. It's all in our hands as far as how we react to everything, right? How we approach everything, how we see everything. And I'm not the best at thinking rational. I'm often in my head overthinking things, overanalyzing things, and getting myself sick. The past couple of days I've been so in my head and so just far removed from reality I was throwing up like 2 days in a row, like bad. My boss is asking me, like, do you need to leave work? I'm like, no. Like, I'm not going to explain why I'm puking, but nonetheless, I'm okay. I'm not, like, virally sick or something. But I just want to be the example for anyone out there who thinks they can't do it. I'm a degenerate. I have made every wrong choice in my life that one could make. You know what I mean? I've ruined so many relationships, family, lovers, friends. I have wasted probably well over $100,000, without a doubt over $100,000 in the past 2 years on drugs. I've gotten myself in numerous legal situations that, of which this one coming up is going to be on my record forever. I'm forever going to be known as a felon in the eyes of like employment and things of that regard. But I want to be a beacon for those out there who are hurting, who are going through the fucking gutter right now, and they're on YouTube and they're searching, Benzo withdrawal, opiate withdrawal, like how to, whatever, anything to try to give yourself some comfort. I want you to know all odds were against me. When my girlfriend overdosed and died, all bets were off. I should have fucking ran and gunned it and fucking snorted heroin, which is fentanyl at this point. I mean, you're lucky if it's heroin, but it's probably 50-50 or just all fentanyl. All bets were off. I really wanted to just end my life and go see her again. And the fact I was able to overcome that and understand this is not what she wants, this is not what anyone in my life wants me to do. They want me to get better. I want to be that example of that it is possible. It is extremely hard. But if someone like me can do it, you can do it too. There's no stopping that. Like, and I'm not trying to downplay myself to make myself sound like I'm some fucking loser or like incapable of anything, but like, I've done some loser things in my life and I've been incapable of a lot. So if I'm able to, grip this by its balls and do it, you can too. You know what I mean? I would go more into detail, but I gotta clock in like 5 minutes, and we're already approaching like 8 minutes on the video. So I just want to say I'm doing good. Peace and love to all of you. Thank you for everyone who supported me and reached out. You guys are awesome. You're not alone. You can continue reaching out. I'll respond as quickly as I can. Take care. I love you guys. See ya.